1 year later, still my own interrogator.
I decided to set a goal, I want to play music for a living. That's it. Just whatever it takes to get to that point. Hi, my name is Cameron Dettman. I'm a performer, musician, singer, songwriter. I'm the lead singer and guitar player of a band called Radical West.
But now you're just a governor flame.
I started out playing music in church when I was younger. I started playing acoustic guitar. After a few years, I had decided that I wanted to write my own songs, and I started playing in little coffee shops. By the time I graduated high school, I decided to join my first band. That band eventually turned into a band called Play for Keeps. We were playing together till about 2015. That was a really fun time playing at venues like House of Blues. We played at the Hard Rock on the Strip. We did a little bit of regional touring here and there. Eventually that ended and forced me to kind of reevaluate what I wanted to do as a musician. So I took about a year off to just write and record and figure out the kind of sound that I was trying to do, and I decided to get into the cover scene, learn a bunch of cover songs and create a performance around that, to me being hired all the time.
Still in my heart somewhere, I wanna go there, but I can't go there. Everybody says
Then in 2017, I was emailed by NBC to be on The Voice. That was pretty surprising, and offered me a private audition. So I said, sure, why not? I progressed to what's called the blind auditions. Unfortunately, I didn't make a team, and my segment didn't even air. So the whole thing was kind of just a fun experience more than anything else, and got me a little taste of that side of the music industry. And I was actually kind of really down at the time when I didn't make a team. But right after that, I was offered a residency to go perform in Singapore, literally 2 weeks after I had gotten back. Well, I think that was the universe telling me that that's the pathway I should go on. And I'd gone through a really bad breakup at the time too, so I just thought this is a great way to find myself. I spent 6 months overseas in 2018, so I was playing all the time, and I figured I would use that as a way to just become an even better performer, an even better singer, and to just culture myself a bit. I did a little bit of traveling, and then I went to the States in 2019, and then I decided to go back to Singapore one more time for another 3 months, did more traveling, did more performing out there, and I got to go to Vietnam, I got to go to Indonesia. It was amazing. And then I got home in January, and then coronavirus hit. So I had all these plans for the year, and just like everybody else, those plans went to the wayside. During that time, I met a guitar player named Sawyer, who is now a very dear friend of mine, and we decided to start a new project just to write songs together, and we didn't know what it was going to be, what it was going to turn into. Didn't figure we were going to be able to perform anywhere anytime soon, so we would just write the coolest music we could write, and write stuff that we thought interesting. And now we're in the studio here. The band's called Radical West, and that's kind of what's been taking up a lot of our time. And now we're kind of just waiting for venues to open back up so we can start going out there and performing. We have a 10-song album that we're just starting today, actually. This interview is like on day one, so it's kind of good timing. And we're about to track some drums soon, but yeah, and that's how I got here. What keeps me motivated and creative? Listening to what other people are doing helps influence you, and you create your own version of that. My performances out in Vegas, just the people I meet, a lot of that inspires me and gives me ideas. And I'm kind of a pretty motivated person just in general. I'm pretty high energy a lot of the time, and I get very antsy if I'm not doing things, and I get kind of depressed if I'm stagnant for too long. So I always have some kind of tasks that I set for myself. That's definitely a good thing to have big goals down the road, but you also have to create small steps in between that. Not overwhelm yourself with the big tasks, because then you just won't get anything done at all. And the same thing goes for writing songs, for learning how to record things, for any aspect of music. Start small and kind of build on it, because nothing in music and art in general, really, nothing really happens overnight.
Hi, we're Radical West, and this song is called 1 Year Later.
What is next for me and my band? Well, right now we are in the studio at Wackerman Studios, recording with my dear friend Robert Katz, and we have been working on 10 songs since around the time quarantine started. It's very exciting. I've never really done an album quite like this. It's a lot of inspiration from my personal relationships. We're drawing a lot of inspiration from funk, soul, blues, Americana, a little bit of rock in there, like alternative rock. We're gonna put pretty much all of our energy into this year and kind of see how far it goes. So I'm really hoping that people like the music and enjoy us and want to come to see us play. And as soon as the venues open up, that's where we're gonna be, is playing shows and going out on the road.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another episode of Stay Creative. It was so fun hanging out with Radical West today, and this is the lead singer Cameron,
How's it going?
as you know. And he's just going to give some of his social media so you guys can check them out.
You can find me on Instagram at Cameron_Dettman. That's Dettman. You can also find me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Cameron Dettman Music. And my YouTube channel is Cameron Dettman Music. The band, right now we're just on Instagram, and it's Radical West Band. So just follow us on there.
I will actually have all their information down below in the description box so you guys can check them out. And as always, stay creative.